What's up? Tyler, plugged on. I'm here with an album review. This time I'm going to talk about the new album from the band Alice in Chains, titled Rainier Fog. This is their sixth album, and this is the follow-up to 2013's The Devil Put Dinosaurs Here. Man, it's been a while, though, since we've done a video. I know, been a little spotty over the past month or so. Life has really gotten in the way right now. I think we're going to try to bank a bunch of videos here coming up and just to make sure we have stuff coming to the channel that's fun to watch and listen to. Also, there's a few albums coming up that I'm excited to listen to and review. And honestly, there hasn't been too much over August that I've been jacked about, you know? That's just me. But I'm jacked about this album. Alice in Chains, they're my favorite band, and I always get very excited when this band tours, when they put out new music, whatever. You know, they're a legendary grunge band, legendary rock band, whatever the fuck you want to call them. They've put out just classic albums. They don't have a bad album to me at all. And they reunited with William Duvall well over 10 years ago now. And, you know, they put out Black Gives Way to Blue in 2009, which is just exceptional. The Devil Put Dinosaurs Here was solid. That album really clicked with me over time. I think it aged really well, personally, to me. And so, very excited for this. I just love that these guys are continuing to do new music. I mean, I know it's hard to think of Alice in Chains and not think of Lane Staley, but hey, man, create something of your own, but still have part of you that everybody loves. And I think that's what they've really done well. I think that's what they've really done well on this album specifically. There's some incredible tracks on here. From top to bottom, I think this album is fucking awesome. And it's not Alice in Chains as you could think of, say, Man in the Box or We Die Young, Them Bones. Like, it's not I'm gonna bust out this heavy fucking riff and we're gonna jam sort of stuff, but it is more put the windows down, crank it up, and we're gonna jam, because it, you know, there's some very nice tunes on here. And I'm not saying there's no upbeat stuff, there is, that we'll get to, but you know, it's a different album for them. It's a lot more melodic, it's a lot more atmospheric, maybe the most atmospheric release they've had. It's good. They released The One You Know, which I reviewed. They released that a long time ago, and that's a great track. It's a great opening to that track, you know, or to this album, you know. Jerry just starting off with that guitar, and you kind of go like, those notes don't go together, but I like this. I like it a lot. And then, you know, the way Sean Kinney builds everything up on the drums, it's just fucking awesome. And it's kind of heavy when the bass busts in, the drum beat's going. It's really good, but that chorus gets me every time. That chorus hits like right here, man. And Alice in Chains has always had great lyrics that I feel it's something that, you know, people really grasp on with this band specifically. It's something that I've always grasped, you know, been able to get my hands around. And part of the reason why I just really enjoy them is just the lyrics they write are fucking incredible. And that's one. And then it gets into Rainier Fog, and I like Rainier Fog a lot. I like, you know, it's a William Duvall sort of track. It rocks. I like it. I like its upbeat nature to it. And I really like the chorus, and the middle section is just amazing. Jerry sounds so good in the middle of that song. Then you get the Red Giant. And Red Giant is like a fucking creeping along heaviness. It's awesome. I kind of wish that the guitars were just slightly beefier in the production, just because, you know, that main riff can really hit hard in spots, but that chorus, once again, just beautiful. You know, I'm not going to go over every song here, but there's some great, slower, more melodic tracks on here. Fly is one that I really like. I like a lot of the mood and tone shifts in that one. I think that one's really good. Maybe is another one that I really dig. And personally, my favorite track is the one they end on, and that's All I Am. That song is just perfection from start to finish. Vocally, it is so powerful and just so incredible. To me, everybody, when you think of Alice in Chains, what's the defining characteristic of this band? It's vocal harmonies. That's what most people would probably go to. Of course, incredible with Lane Staley. William Duvall, Jerry Cantrell, they are really gelling so well in here. There's more vocal harmonies on this album than their last two. I would say, like, most of the songs have, a lot of vocal harmonies, and there's not as many just standouts. This is Jerry's part, this is William's part. There's a lot of great stuff on here, but to me, All I Am is like, that is something vocal harmony wise that is so haunting and so dark sounding. It's something different for Alice in Chains in a way of like they just kind of don't have anything that sounds like that, especially during the verses. And that chorus just hits you every time, and then right at the end, Jerry Cantrell's guitar solo is like, wow, that dude always knows how to lead into a guitar solo. He's always been incredible at that. And that is one where those first 2 or 3 notes he hits just hits you, and it's a hell of a way to end a record, dude. It's like these guys know how to end albums. They really do, because you think of Black Gives Way to Blue. I believe the title track ends that one, which that's just a beautiful track. And then you have The Devil Put Dinosaurs here, and they end with Choke, which is such a depressing song. But I love that song, and it's like, man, they really hit you in the feels with all their album closers, and that's really cool. But then there's some very awesome, more old school sounding parts on here that I really like, and to me the one that really stands out is there's 2 things. One, I feel like Fly is a track that they could have wrote in the mid-90s and put on any of their first 3 albums, and I would have been like, fuck yeah, this is cool. It has just this old school quality to it, with the guitar, and then Sean Kinney on the drums. Just his drum beat feels very old school Alice in Chains. But to me, the one, there's 2 more examples, and I'm like, man, this is just really makes me feel like I'm going back or something. Never Fade, during the verses. William Duvall, that is just, the way he sings all of the words in the verses is very just Alice in Chains. Nobody does it like them. And I just like that. It's something that will get stuck in your head. It could have just been a normal traditional verse, but it's like, no, let's put this spin on it. Let me pronounce these words differently. I like that. But then So Far Under, holy shit. That chorus feels so old school to me. Of like, I could see them writing this song with Lane Staley, and especially like midway through the chorus when he says so far under, too much pain to tell. Like, the way he says that, I'm like, damn, this just is so, just gives you the feels, and it's awesome. That song hits really hard. I mean, especially when you crank that up, man, his guitars are very fat during that chorus. I love it. I would say there's only one section in this album that I think I could see people maybe not digging as much. I like the songs personally. I don't think there's a bad track on here, but I could see Drone and Deaf Ears, Blind Eyes maybe kind of turn some people up. They are on the slower side. They are a little bit different, especially Drone has a more like bluesy, groovy sort of riff that I really enjoyed. But the album has some solid pacing up until then. Some upbeat tracks, and then it hits both of them back to back. But then it gets back to, some more upbeat, a little bit more energetic tracks. And I'm just thinking about the pacing. Like I said, I like those tracks a lot, but I just wonder if you maybe slide something else in there. But maybe they tried that. I don't know. Who knows? But that's my literal only nitpick if you're listening to this album from start to finish. But maybe that's not a problem for you. I do really like it. I do. I think there's some very quality songwriting on here. These guys still have it. And Jerry Cantrell's kind of the mastermind of this band, and he still just kills it. And it's fantastic. He sounds so good on this album. William does as well. And then they both sound even better than they ever have together. It's exceptional. It really is. I would love if Alice in Chains did a tour and they said, you know what, we're not playing anything but songs off these last 3 albums we did. To me, if you're one of those old people, not to single you out, if you're one of those people that thinks, yeah, new Alice in Chains sucks, so I'm only here for the old stuff, man, you're really fooling yourself on this one. I just think they have some amazing music out over the past 3 albums that is just some of my favorites. You know, of course, I'm a bit, the old stuff is what made them my favorite band. You know, just growing up as a kid and being shown Alice in Chains going, wow, then just literally listening to them nonstop over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. You know, I wouldn't be into the music that I am into without these guys, but still, to say that, any of their new stuff isn't good, it's just crazy to me, because there are some incredible moments on here. I've been rambling long enough. 9 out of 10 for me. One of my favorite albums of the year. Let me know what you think of the new album from Alice in Chains. And like I said, hopefully have some stuff coming up. It might be until... yeah, we'll see. We'll see, because there are big changes coming, at least in my life here very, very soon. But not going to give up on this channel or anything like that. We're going to keep on soldiering on, because it's one of my favorite things to do. So thanks for watching. See you later.